I'm here with John Welborn, Managing Director of Resolute Mining. John, thanks for joining us today. Just completed a DFS on the automation side of things at Syama. Can you tell us a little bit about the rationale behind introducing it to the market?
I'm convinced that mining everywhere underground is going electric and it's going automated. And we're taking the first steps with that electrification with tethered electric loaders. And our automation is around productivity, safety and cost gains ultimately. And also, in an African context, the ability to upskill and train our local workers using innovative, adaptive technology.
Obviously, Syama had a reputation for a long time for being a difficult ore body to treat. You're on top of that now, the plant's working well. Does that open up new exploration opportunities for you, and are the sulphide deposits and prospects something that you'll be concentrating on from an exploration perspective?
You're correct that Syama has had a challenged metallurgical history. I think it's always recognised as a world-class ore body, and I think our success in demonstrating strong recoveries will lead to the re-evaluation of Syama not just as a world-class ore body but as a world-class tier 1 mine. That's our challenge, and we're starting that journey. We've implemented a lot of improvements in the circuit. We will gradually see those improvements flowing through in our recoveries as we start upping the percentage of high-grade underground ore that constitutes that mill feed through the sulphide circuit, and that's a story that's going to be told during the current financial year. And your point around exploration is very valid. The confidence we have in our ability to get high recoveries from that sulphide processing is reinvigorating our assessment of the geological potential of the 80 kilometres of the Syama belt we control. It is a sulphide system. There are a lot of refractory ores there, and we're very confident that we're going to get value out of expanding our exploration and our gold inventory at Syama.
Great. Now, Resolute's footprint in Africa goes beyond just Syama. You've obviously got Bibiani in Ghana. Are you any closer to an investment decision there, a decision to make?
Yeah, well, absolutely. You know, we've held the Bibiani gold mine in Ghana since 2014. It's been on care and maintenance. We're taking our time and we're being very careful about our engagement there in relation to a recommissioning decision. It's a 3 million tonne per annum mill on top of 2.5 million ounces of gold. It's an opportunity that Resolute sees as a definite growth opportunity. Number one priority this financial year is to correctly commission the Syama underground mine, and then we'll look at other growth opportunities, of which Bibiani obviously is top of the list.
You've taken positions in a couple of junior explorers in recent times. Is that a preferred method for your company to move into new projects and new areas?
It's one method of us looking at growth, and it is increasingly a preferred method of our greenfields exploration focus. We've been very successful at extending our known deposits, both in terms of reserves and resources, and we're focusing our exploration underneath mills that we own and operate and can get strong recoveries from. In terms of growth opportunities, we're looking for well-managed management teams, and we're willing to fund those teams on top of ground that we think might host a future Resolute mine. And as you can see, we're predominantly focused on Africa, both East and West Africa, areas where we've built mines and operated mines successfully and have very strong relationships with regional governments.
We have Africa Down Under coming up in a couple of weeks' time. You'll obviously be a prominent speaker on the programme. As a conference, what does it deliver for a company like Resolute?
Oh, it's a very important part of the calendar for the Australian companies operating in Africa. The engagement of the Africa Down Under Conference is very important for us as an Australian company to engage not just with the market and not just with our peers, but also a very high-level engagement with African regional governments and particularly their mining ministries. And we're seeing that again this year with the quality of African delegations who are coming to the Africa Down Under Conference. We look forward to engaging with them, and it is an important part of our operations.
Do you think there's an African renaissance coming for ASX stocks?
Well, I think it's a timeline. I think we're starting to get recognition for the journey we're on at the Syama gold mine, and the successful commissioning of our underground mine and the ramp up of that activity. So that's just the life cycle of mines. I remain utterly convinced that Africa will host more tier 1 highly profitable gold mines, and we're in a jurisdiction where they're a lot easier to find, and we have significant advantages, and I do think that those advantages will flow through over the next couple of years. You're starting to see a maturity in what is termed the Tier 1 gold jurisdictions of North America and Australia, and we're looking forward to following that maturity in the jurisdictions in which we work. We will see economic progress, and we will particularly see gold companies making huge strides in Africa over the next 5 to 10 years.
Yay!